Good morning and welcome to our socially distant Tai Chi practice for today. It is May 2nd. Happy May, everyone. I am Adrienne Van Kuren of Tai Chi Healing Energies. I do have to take just a couple of seconds. I would not be being myself if I didn't mention that since we're in May now, May is Lyme Disease Awareness Month, a cause that is very near and dear to my heart, as anybody that knows me knows. So I will ask that everyone do their part to protect themselves from Lyme disease, related co-infections, other bug and insect-borne pathogens. Please make sure you're wearing your bug spray of choice every single day. Do a daily tick check and keep yourselves safe. All right? Any other questions, reach out to me and I will help out with that. Now, back to Tai Chi. So this morning we are going to do some basic breathing, relaxation, grounding, movement and stretching, and kind of go from there. So what I would like you to do is start off by getting nice and grounded. So if you're familiar with me and my methods, you're kind of used to this, but by the position of our bodies, we really want to relax, connect to the Earth's electromagnetic frequencies. So we have our feet firmly rooted on the ground, and I will say too, because I do want to give the options to do this if you are in a seated position. So if you are joining us from a seated position, if you're able to have your feet on the ground, you still want to have them firmly on the ground. Everything else is going to stay the same for the most part, including having your tailbone tucked underneath. So we want to make sure the spine is nice and straight. The head is lifting the body. You really want to feel as though the head is suspended on a string from the ceiling or even from heaven. Again, you've got that tailbone lightly tucked underneath, so it's the difference between this and this. So have that tailbone tucked underneath. You're light on the legs with the feet firmly pressing into the ground. You're open and rounded through the joints as well, so you're not restricting the flow of chi, your body's personal energy. We're going to go ahead and get started with some breathing. When we inhale, when I say hang, we're going to gently pull the stomach in, and then at ha, we're going to let it relax back out. We're not sucking in the gut, we are simply gently pulling in the stomach as we do this. So at hang, we're going to take air in, pull the stomach in, and at ha, we're going to let it relax back out. So we'll take 3 breaths in all together. So hang, inhale, pull the stomach in, and ha. Let the stomach relax back out as you inhale. Then hang, inhale, pull the stomach in, and ha, exhale. Hang, ha. One more of those. Hang, ha. Good. Hang. If you're standing, the arms raise up in front, and ha. You drop the weight through the center of the feet and then bend to follow. Then hang. As you inhale, you rise from the feet, and ha. If you're in a seated position, I want you turning your head to the right at this, and then hang. As we inhale and pull that stomach in, your head's going to return to center, and ha. Exhale and turn and look to your left. Hang, ha. Hang, ha. Hang, ha. Last time bending over 4 right now. Hang. As you raise, the arms come up to fold in front of you, and ha. As you exhale, your left arm goes up to push on heaven while the right arm pushes down on earth. Then hang. You inhale, the arms cross in front again, and ha. This time your right arm goes up, your left arm goes down. Hang, inhale, pull the stomach in, and ha. Left arm up, right arm down. Hang, ha. Hang, ha. Hang, ha. Hang, ha. Hang, ha. Do that one more time on each side. Hang, ha. Hang, ha. Hang. As you inhale, the arms float out to the sides. Ha. Exhale and they relax open. Hang. Inhale, the arms cross over. Ha. Hang. Inhale, keep the wrists together, flip them through to feel that nice opening, and ha. You return to a relaxed position. Very nice. That was a simplified version of the breathing, really meant to open things up and get the blood and oxygen flowing. We are now going to go ahead and do the entire breathing sequence as taught by my ultimate teacher, Master Joe. All of my regular students are going, yay! I will ask, if you haven't seen this and you're not familiar with it, relax and follow along as best you can. I'll be relatively descriptive. Same rules apply. At hang, we're going to pull the stomach in, and at ha, we let it relax back out. We're keeping the feet firmly rooted, but staying nice and relaxed through the body, really looking for any minute weight shifts. So starting, hang, we inhale, the arms rise out to the sides, and ha. Hang, the arms cross over, your right wrist on top, ha. Hang, ha. The hands separate and rise. Hang, inhale, arms out to the sides, ha. They relax open. Hang, we draw in here, and ha. As you exhale, feel the feet press into the ground as the arms go back out. Then hang, inhale, draw in, and ha. Hang. Now we're going to give a big stretch up as we exhale. Ha. Hang. Ha. Inhale. On the next inhale, you're going to turn and look to your left. So hang. Ha. Head back to center. And hang. Ha. Hang. Ha. Hang. Ha. Hang. Ha. Hang. Ha. Hang. The arms float up in front. And ha. If you're sitting, please continue with looking from one direction to the other. And hang. Ha. hang, ha, hang. Allow the arms to cross gently in front, and ha. As you exhale, your left arm goes up. Then hang. Inhale, the arms cross gently in front, and ha. As you exhale, your right arm goes up. Hang. Ha. Left arm up. Hang. Ha. Hang. Ha. Hang. Ha. Next inhale, the arms are going to float out to the sides. Hang. Ha. Hang. Ha. Hang. Ha. Ha. Take just a second to kind of appreciate that. I'm sure your body is thanking you for all the additional oxygen and the stretches and moves that you've just given to it. So we're going to go ahead, keep ourselves nice and grounded, and start trying to get our chi moving and flowing around our body. So if you're familiar with the way I teach, you know I'm heavy on chi flow and getting the chi moving from the Dantian. So we're going to work with that lower Dantian. Again, it's kind of the battery or storehouse for your chi, your body's personal energy. This is all according to traditional Chinese medicine. But the lower Dantian is about 2 finger widths below the navel and about 3 inside. Typically speaking, chi flows up the back and down the front. Again, this is very general terms. Chi is going to flow up the back and down the front. So I'm going to ask that we're going to get our imagination involved with this and visualize that chi flow if we're not able to feel it. So again, we want to stay nice and grounded with this, really feeling the head top's connection to the ceiling or to the heavens above and the feet firmly rooted to the earth below. We're going to allow the arms to float up in front of us with the wrists leading the way. When they reach shoulder height, they extend, then they come back and sink slowly back down. And again, we want to make this one smooth, soft, continuous motion as best we're able, not starting or stopping in between these motions. So again, up, extend, back, and down. Now we're going to get that chi flow involved. So we're going to pull the chi up the back and over the head, allow it to fill the arms as they extend, then bring that energy back and let it return to the Dantian. So again, pull that energy up the back and over the head, it fills the arms as they extend, bring that energy back and return it. And keep going with this a few more times, really working on making this a smooth, soft motion. Couple more times. Staying again nice and relaxed. Maybe 2 more times. Very nice. And one last time. Really feeling that chi flow. Very nice. Good. From here, what we want to do is, again, keeping everything loose and open. From the rooted feet, we want to let the arms float up in front of us. The palms rotate overhead, and then the arms sink softly to the sides. So again, the arms are going to float up in front, palms rotate over, and hands return to the sides. keep this nice, gentle, and relaxed. We also want to get that chi flow involved, of course. So as the arms raise, the chi spreads to fill the whole body, and as the arms fall, the chi returns to the dantian. So you want to feel this internal opening and stretch, and then that gentle return. Doing one more of these in this direction. Very nice. From here, we want to go ahead, sweep the arms out to the sides, keeping the shoulders straight down, and then the hands come softly down the center of the chest. So again, the hands rise up to the sides and fall down the center of the chest. Getting that chi involved, so let's have the chi spread to fill the body, and then return it to the dantian. And again, nice, relaxed, and gentle. Feel that nice internal stretch and that gentle relaxing. I'm going to do one more of those just like that. Very nice. We want to keep going with this movement and stretch, so staying nice and grounded. We are going to once again let the arms rise up the center of the chest. As the palms rotate overhead, we're going to gently interlace the fingers, then bend to your left, and in one smooth motion, center and right, back to center, and then let the hands come down and separate. Very nice. So again, just like that, sweeping the arms up, fingers interlace, and then in one smooth motion, left, center, right, center, and relax. Good. We're going to do two more of those, keeping everything nice and relaxed. Really listen to your body and move as it needs to. Good. And one last one of those, making sure we're nice and relaxed, especially through the feet and legs. Up. Nice bend to the left, center, right, center, and down. Good. Now with this next exercise, I do feel the need to remind you that I am mirroring you as we're doing this. So I can't guarantee that I'm going to know my left from my right as far as you're concerned, but we're going to do our best. So with this exercise, what we're going to do is sweep the arms out to the sides. I want you to turn to your left with your right arm in front, your left arm falls behind, and then back to center. Good. Now we're going to do the same motion but on the opposite side. So sweep the arms out to the sides. This time turn to your right with your left arm in front, your right arm behind, and back to center. Do just a couple more of those on each side. So again, sweep the arms out to the sides, turn to your left, letting the arms fall open, and back to center. And again, arms out to the sides, and that nice opening. Good. One more time, each side, turning to your left and center. One more, this time turning to the right and back to center. So I have to say, take a second if you need to step out of your ground. You've probably felt the feet really pressing into the ground. Anything you need to do for the shoulders, kind of open them up. I will say you might have noticed that you had a little bit more pain, tension, or stiffness when you either brought the arms up this way and opened, or maybe this way and opened. You might also have noticed that you had a little bit more popping and crunching in one of the shoulders. That's typically an indication that that area needs a little bit more work. So you're going to want to do a little bit more gentle stretching, essentially whichever side felt less comfortable, you want to do a couple more of those exercises on that side, taking care not to hurt yourself. Tai Chi is one of the few exercises where we really don't want you to feel pain in order to have gain. All right, and so the next thing we're going to do is a chi building exercise. We're going to build chi between the palms of the hand and then turn that into a bit of a standing meditation and then a little bit of a moving meditation. So again, nice and grounded, making sure the spine is straight, the head top is really lifting the body, and the feet are firmly rooted. We're going to let the arms float up in front of us, the shoulders stay draped down, the palms face one another. We're going to separate the hands and bring them back together. Listen to your body with this and keep it nice and soft. We don't want to open so much that we're putting a strain on the shoulders. I also want you to pay attention to the sensation going on between the palms of your hands. We're trying to build chi between the palms of the hands. We're doing this with our intention. So you might feel, I'm going to say, as though you're compressing air between the palms. As you separate the hands, they might feel as though they have a string holding them together. And when they come back together, now this time when we have the hands together, try to make and shape this ball. You might feel as though, again, the hands are really compressing air, or as though there's magnets repulsing one another. If you're not feeling that, that's perfectly okay. We can use our imagination and visualization until we do feel it. What I want you to do is just to shape this ball. Once you are familiar with the shape and size of your ball, I want you to give it a little bit of a weight. So when you gave it that weight, chances are your feet rooted a little bit more firmly and you sunk down into your grounded stance. That's exactly what we want to feel. So just continue using just the arms to shape this ball. Good. Now what I want you to do, have the palms facing one another, and I want you to go ahead, carry this ball over to your left. As you do so, let your left arm drop down so your right arm is on the top. Then carry the ball back to center so the palms are facing one another, and then keep going and take that ball over to your right. Now your right arm is dropped down with your left arm on top. And then we're going to go back to center, and then you guessed it, carry this ball over to the left. And then we're going to go back to center, carry the ball to the right, letting the arms drop down. What I want you to do at this point is loosen up and soften. Listen to your body as it begins to unify together to allow this motion to happen. As you're turning from side to side from the waist, that arm dropping down is likely an automatic motion, so look for that. I also want you to soften a little bit further and really feel the weight shift as you're doing this. The weight shift comes when you're carrying the ball to one side, the weight automatically shifts to the other side. So when the ball's on your right, the weight's on the left. And here where you carry the ball to the left, the weight is on the right. And then you're back to center here. Now you're weighted on your left as the ball's on your right, and vice versa. So really look for this. We want to feel that reciprocation as the whole body works together. If you're doing this from a seated position, if you're able to shift your weight a little bit while keeping the feet firmly rooted, that's great. But the focus then is, again, really on turning from the waist. This is a very good exercise to build core strength as well. Good. Just going to carry this ball a few more times in both directions, keeping things nice and relaxed. Really making sure that the spine is straight and the head top is really unifying the body. Last time carrying the ball to the left. Last time carrying it to the right. Come back to center now. Hold on to your Tai Chi ball. And what I'd like you to do is to take your hands and this chi that you've built, you might be feeling it between the palms. That buzzy, tingly, creepy, crawly sensation is your chi moving. I want you to take the hands to the lower abdomen and imagine that you are reinvesting this chi into your Dantian. If you feel any, I want to say, gurgling, any energy movement, any softening or anything like that on the abdomen, that is essentially you reinvesting this chi energy in yourself, which is exactly what we want. You feel sensations of heat over the abdomen, that's the same chi exchange. Once you have that, go ahead, relax, step out of that. So the next thing we are going to do is, I consider it one of my favorite postures. It's a very good posture for heart health and lung health. It is a brush knee and twist step. Again, if you are in a seated position, your focus is really going to be on the twisting from the waist aspect of this. If you're standing, then there's going to be an additional weight shift in a newer stance. So this is horse riding stance that we've been grounded in. What I would like you all to do now, if you're standing, is to shift your weight over to, to your left. Pick your right foot up and step directly forward. Remember, in this, I'm mirroring you. Then turn your back foot out to a 45-degree angle. One thing I do want to make sure is that you have a gap between your ankles and your feet, that your stance is wide for stability. It doesn't need to be overly wide, but you want to make sure that you feel good and stable here. I'm going to turn to the side just real briefly. Make sure your tailbone is tucked underneath, the spine stays straight, and the head is lifting the body. When I have you shift your weight front to back as we do this, it's a small weight shift. We are not leaning forward. When we come back, we are not coming too far back. It's a very small front to back weight shift with the tailbone staying tucked and the spine straight. So what we want to do, there's two motions to this. There's that back to front weight shift that I said, and there's also a twist from the waist. So this posture is called brush knee and twist. Technically it's called brush knee and push. I think twist is a better application of this because it really exemplifies that twist from the waist. So you're really twisting from this area here. So to do this, you start on the back foot and you push yourself to the front foot. Once the weight's on the front foot, you twist from the waist, bringing the lower arm around and the upper arm comes forward. In this case, since you have your right foot forward, you're brushing the right knee to twist. So your right arm is going to come around down low to brush the knee. Your left arm twists and it's a roughly shoulder height. And then we almost want to rewind that, shift the weight back to the back foot, the arms come back, and then again pushing from the feet, front, and that gentle twist like that. Again, if you are in a seated position, the emphasis here is really on this brush and twist from the torso. This is opening up the lungs as well as bringing and stimulating the heart. So really brush knee and twist. And back. Again, brush right knee and twist. Going to do just a few more of these. And back. And again, brush knee and twist. Do one last one. So brush, twist, and then we let the weight come back. I want you to step back. Immediately ground yourself here in horse riding stance again. Then once you feel that, shift all the weight over to your right. Pick your left foot up and bring it directly forward. making sure the back foot's at a 45-degree angle. Take a moment to check in with the body. You want to make sure you have that nice space between the ankles and that openness to the stance. You want to make sure your whole body is working together and that the tailbone is tucked. Here, with your left foot forward, you're going to turn to your right. Your left arm is going to be down in front. Your right arm is up, your palms at roughly shoulder height. So again, if you're standing, you're going to essentially push yourself forward to the front foot, and as you do so, brush left knee and twist. And back, and again, brush, shift the weight, brush knee and twist. Back, again, shift, brush, twist. And again, if you are seated doing this, the emphasis is really on turning from the waist, getting that nice twist in, trying to keep the tailbone tucked underneath. Good. Do just a couple more of these. We'll do one last one. So make it a really, really good one. Go ahead, step back. Good. Basically, last thing we're going to do very quickly is the Chinese cultural facial massage, because I think those massages are such a huge part of Tai Chi. And then we're going to take a few deep breaths all together, and then I'll go ahead and end. So we're going to rub the hands together to really accumulate this nice, healing, soothing Qi energy. All of these rubs that we're going to do are meant to be vigorous and stimulating. We're going to be bringing blood and oxygen and therefore Qi and collagen to the areas being rubbed. So the first thing we want to do before we start rubbing our face up and down 36 times is take this healing Qi energy, cup the hands over the eyes, take this energy to the backs of the eyes. Just kind of hang out here for a couple of moments and really appreciate how much your eyes do for you. Once you have that warm, healing energy feeling begin to dissipate, then rub your face in an up and down motion, counting to yourself 36 times. Each up and down rub is one time. And again, this is meant to be a stimulating, vigorous rub. Once we have rubbed the face, the next thing we're going to do is rub around the ears. So you can rub on the ears, behind the ears, in front of the ears. Really listen to your body and let it tell you what it needs. One thing I do want you to watch is that the shoulders do not creep up like this. Let them stay dropped down. After we've rubbed around the ears, we are going to pull down along the sides of the nose. This motion, we are only pulling down. Then we're going to consciously unclench the jawline and then rub back and forth along a nice, relaxed jaw. Then we're going to rub the throat or thyroid area, so 4 fingers on one side, thumb on the other, up and down, doing half the rubs with one hand and half with the other. We also want to take care to keep the head top flat and not to extend it and try to elongate the neck. So we're keeping that head flat and not doing that. Last part of the facial massage is actually a lower back massage, and because Tai Chi has to have an exception to every rule, we're going to do this 49 times. So we start with our hands near our waist and rub down in a V shape towards the tailbone with the palms of our hands, with the backs of our hands like this, even our thumbs like this, depending on our mobility. And if you have something keeping you from being able to get one arm behind the back, don't worry about it or stress about it. Just try to stay nice and relaxed. And again, that rub is done 49 times. From here, I want you to take just a second, make sure you feel nice and grounded again, really feeling that connection from the head top to the soles of the feet. We're just going to take 3 nice breaths in and out all together to end the session. So hang, ha, hang, ha, hang, ha. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for spending part of your day with me. Again, I'm Adrienne Van Kuren from Tai Chi Healing Energies. I'm happy to give any additional modifications, more information on anything you saw in today's session. All you have to do is go to my website, taichiavk.com. You're more than welcome to reach out to me from there with any questions. If you need further modifications on anything we went over, please don't hesitate to ask for those. I will also remind you that I am now giving 3 weekly Zoom classes in addition to the Saturday morning Facebook Live classes. Everybody is welcome to join in on those. Again, reach out to me through my website for more information. And other than that, I will say thank you again for joining. Have a wonderful day.